Hey guys, DMic here for another episode of Super Mario Galaxy. So it's been all fun and games, but we beat the game. That's it. You know, we vanquished Bowser, we restored the Mushroom Kingdom to its rightful place, watched a bunch of Lumas commit suicide for our pleasure. But there's a little bit more work to do. We're not quite done yet. We're about 55% done. So we've got a pretty nice amount of stars right now. So let's jump back in and see what things we've got in store for us. So thankfully the game is able to help us do basic math. And it says that after acquiring 51 stars, we get to access a quote-unquote another world, which is in green. I'm going to go ahead and tell you that that is not something we're doing. So, fun fact, no thank you. I will explain what that means later, about 51 stars from now. So, yeah. The game does not end after you beat the final boss. Who could have seen that coming? Instead, we've got some more work to do. And if you might have been watching with a keen eye, there is, from last time actually, there is a purple comet that's going to be trailing along some of these levels. Now what could that possibly mean? We'll find out soon. And it is one of my least favorite parts of this game. But right now, we've got a return to the gate, the place that teleported us here in the first place. Because there's something very special that we're going to be able to do. And when I say very special, I mean being unable to jump and grab a ledge 3 times in a row. So that's it. That's the surprise, everybody. I am very inept at this game. So we got Rosalina just hanging out here by herself. Probably ripping some silent but deadlies. So apparently Rosalina, big fan of Mario Earth. I wonder if there's some sort of hierarchy of how you become a Luma that turns into special things. You know, is there any sort of like caste system? Of, you know, you're better off, therefore you get to become a power star. Maybe you'll just wind up being a lame pole star. So anyway, we're introduced to this very special red Luma. And we're introduced to the best mechanic in the game if you hate fun. So, this is a thing. We're given the opportunity to become Flying Mario, which is a mechanic that they really did not... They really didn't try. We'll just say that. They did not try. This mechanic, this flying ability, which seems like it would be prevalent in a game about space, is used very briefly, and it requires you to have very wonky motion controls. I'm actually using the control stick to do this, thankfully. But there are moments too, like as I'm going to be doing this, I'm trying to orbit this little planet, that getting these bubble coins for some reason is tough for me because like my depth perception I guess sucks. So hopefully I can grab this last one here the first time, because there were moments when... Okay, that went pretty well. There were moments in the past when I've done this challenge and I was trying to orbit the planet just to grab that one last coin, and it took me like a good 5 to 10 tries because there's no shadows on the ground because they're in the air, so you can't really see what you're doing. You can't see where you're going. You might be saying to yourself, hey, that's very basic and common sense stuff, so why are you bad at it? And the answer is probably something you can figure out for yourself. So we have a useless power-up that the game only lets you take advantage of in very specific circumstances. In this case, this world, like just this specific one. And, okay, these rocks are very slippery. In this specific one, and then I just recalibrated my controller. Come on now. Throw me a bone, game. Yeah. This is actually probably the easiest of the purple coin missions. I say that because there's quite a few, and they get very tedious. And that's me saying this lightly. Maybe some people really enjoyed those. Maybe some people were all about the collect-a-thon style approach, and they think that purple coins are awesome and fun. And that's fine. I believe that as a game player, you are entitled to your opinion, and everybody's gonna like different things. However, for me, I know that I personally don't like them just because I feel it's padding for an otherwise really, really good game. Also, this perspective is making my brain absolutely hurt. That's a big issue with a lot of the purple coin missions, is that they're in very obscure spots on the places we're gonna wind up going. And trying to collect them and not have a stroke in the process from confusion of location. It's something. Okay, I didn't really want that, because I feel like I'm gonna have trouble now getting up to the places that I'm trying to get to. Okay, oh well, never mind, I forgot. So that's another benefit, I guess, of the flying Mario, is that I think he has some sort of like weird suction for the purple coins if you spin. Yeah, okay. Well, that's great. You know what he doesn't have? He does not have defense against hitting yourself in the face with a gigantic green ball. He doesn't have that. So we're getting pretty close to catching all of these. Catching them, I don't know. Collecting them, they're not Pokemon. Pokemon is infinitely more fun than this right now. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm probably being a little harsh just because I think that there was potential for them to do more with this. And instead, we're just kind of left with a half-baked, hey, come to these levels that you've already done and collect these coins, which you love to do. Prior to collecting the purple coins, there is no real incentive to collect any coin, except for healing yourself. That's it. So you wind up becoming Flying Mario to collect purple coins, and that's only something you do here. Like, you have to do it the OG vanilla way, and the remainder of the courses. All right, so there's one straggler hanging out, and that's the one downside to this. I say one downside as if I haven't just named like a bunch. That's another downside to this, is that there is usually one or two straggler coins that you'll be searching for, and that's, you know, synonymous with a lot of these missions. I'm gonna be probably wasting a good part of this episode just trying to find this stupid coin. I know that it was probably in one of these craters, but I'm not. Oh, no, it's right here. Just kidding. All right, guys, we did it. Time to collect the Cherry Icy Star, which, by the way, is a delicious treat if you're going to go visit a cinema and catch a film. Okay, great. So we're gonna go up there and collect our red boy. We'll do a side flip for fun. This is the only red star in the game. It opens up Red Mario, Flying Mario, whatever you want to call him. So now we're down to an even 50. Not so nice anymore. But that's it. That's all that Galaxy had to offer. And you have the ability to use that red star to turn into Flying Mario on the hub here. or if you want to go back and redo that star for whatever reason. But that's it. That's it. That's all you get. There's one over by the bedroom, and there's one right here. Ta-da! We did it. Yay! So you can fly, which is convenient because the game is like, hey, you finished the rest of the domes. You know what would be really fun? If we made things really spread out and annoyingly far apart. So anyway, we've got almost enough. Oh, we do have enough stars to do all of this. So we overachieved a little bit. You can come here sooner. I went above and beyond for the fans because I care about you guys so much. Also, I wanted to have a nice amount of stars when I started this. So the levels start to get ramped up a little bit. This one in particular, the vanilla version of it is not bad. However, the rehash purple coin mission, which there is brutal. So just something to keep in mind, and bear with me with my infinite amount of frustrations that will be following along. I just don't want to seem like a Debbie Downer, because I love this game and I think it's fantastically made. I just know that I don't care for the quote-unquote end game that they tried to create for this. I just think it's lazy. And, you know, at the time, maybe it was a novel idea. Maybe having the purple coins thing was fun, because like in the other Mario games, there are things that are similar. Oh, I didn't get all those. Rip. You got red coins. You got blue coins. That was something that was kind of unique and fun, right? But they completely botch it with the purple coins because it's just so additionally tedious. Like, I could understand collecting 8 red coins in a level, or picking up a bunch of blue coins throughout the course of your journey, like in Super Mario Sunshine, right? That's okay. That's fine. Because there's like barely any of those that, in retrospect, right? But there are 100 purple coins per mission. Thankfully, most of those missions are gracious enough, we'll say that. Great. Oh, well, that you'll just clip through my screen. They're gracious enough to not have you only have 100. You know, there's usually like 120, 130 in the longer ones. So it's not exact, because that would be infuriating. But it's still, you know, it's still a thing. It's still tedious and time consuming and not really fun. But again, like I'm saying, maybe some of you really enjoy that. Maybe that's a quality that you think is buckets of fun. And I don't want to be so judgmental that I don't acknowledge that fact. So throwing that shell at that mine gets us access to this launch star. I just don't want to play games on this channel, or like in general, and then just be like a big whiner about it, because like that's not fun, and you didn't come here to hear that. So believe me when I say that it is just a temporary inconvenience. In general, this game is still wonderful, and I love it. Also, what an underrated song this like spooky ghost house song is. What a great song. They don't use it enough. There's only like a couple galaxies that do it. I don't know how I'm supposed to get rid of this boo. I forget. The ceiling is wet. Nobody wants to deal with a wet ceiling. Has that ever been a thing for anybody? Been like, yeah, hey, I can't come over today because my ceiling is wet. I remember seeing moments like that growing up, where you would watch videos of people who lived in like an apartment complex, and they just did not. Oh, that's not cool. They didn't have the ability to control the people above them, and then, you know, there's like a a leak in the pipes or something like that. All right, game. That's enough. You can stop. There we go. Okay. Gotta activate this spotlight and get this boo to come into it. Like a big old dummy. Oh, he's in it. Come on. What more do I gotta do? Come on, bud. Come on. No, 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 no. We've come so far. Get into the spotlight. There we go. Beautiful. And of course, it's not on the side of the map that we are. And the game is not going to let us just lollygag. We have to go back. Oh my goodness. This episode should be called Testing My Patience, because it is. So it's super cool that the game starts you all the way back here. So we've got to swim all the way down. There's an arrow out of the way that it wants you to go, but you know, I'm a man of culture, and sometimes I just don't want to play by the rules. I just want to do my own thing. So, heck on you, game, for trying to tell me which way to go. Little anarchy never hurt anybody. I mean, it did, but in this case, it didn't. So we have to re-blow up those mines. But hey, the benefit to doing this is we get to hear more of that song, which is great. I'm not entirely sure what this like weird cube is that we're in. What that has to do with anything. But it gives us Spooky Ghost House song, and if you don't like Spooky Ghost House song, then I don't know how I would even be able to look you in the eyes. It is quite possibly one of the most cherished musical tracks of our era. Okay, boo. Come here, buddy. Come on. Just tap it in. Go back to your home. I mean, technically that's not his home. We're actually murdering him. Or it. So, whoops. That's what you get for existing in a game where I don't want you to. And getting the star immediately ruins our enjoyment. Oh my goodness. Ruins our enjoyment of the Spooky Ghost House song. So heck on you, game, for that. Dang it. This is actually kind of tricky because you have to time it. Ugh, not like that. You do have to time it. And I should have finished that statement by saying not poorly. There we go. That brings us back to level, and we can grab that star. I guess this is the game karmically punishing me for complaining. Saying, hey, if you don't like our game, then heck on you. Go play something else. That's okay. So we will not save our game. We're gonna dip into here and try something else, because I don't want to go back to that galaxy right now, because you can't make me. Here's another galaxy. These ones in this final dome are all pretty long. So I'm gonna try to make haste with these missions, because I know that, you know, with my goal still being, you know, 4 to 5 stars per episode, I don't want the episodes to drag on. It would have been perfectly fine earlier when I was playing if I wouldn't have been a big dummy and had taken forever to get that purple star collection going, but that's just going to be a theme. You'll notice that it does take a while, and it's just brutally unfun. All right. So we are trying to infiltrate this weird kind of castle-shaped thing, the Dreadnought. Sounds like a cool name for like an airship, maybe. Maybe it is. It does sound kind of familiar. We have these guys here, who I think we have to launch into this. Yeah, maybe? I don't know. I don't know if we can run out of this. Unless we just have to kill all of them. These weird helmeted Goomba looking dudes. Come on. No. Yeah, and you have to jump on their bottoms and their feet. Imagine having somebody run up to you, spin, and then step on your gooch. Who's that for? That's rude. That's a way to ruin someone's day. So, suggestion. Well, besides not jumping into electricity, suggestion. Don't jump on people's gooches. All right, that's a private place. We don't gooch stomp in this channel. I mean, technically we do. That's a lie. I absolutely did, because if I didn't, then I wouldn't be able to finish this. But okay. So, recommendation. A little get closer. Get a little closer to the wall so you can wall jump. It is timed, but it is relatively generous. But you're also going to have to be mindful that the walls will open and close, which you, in order to progress, will need to sneak past. So, oh, we're gonna get crushed. The one downside to a lot of these missions is that because they are longer, sometimes the checkpoints aren't quite as far in as you'd like them to be, which can be a real pain in the butt. You make a ton of progress, then you eat it, and then you're gonna wind up having to backtrack, and that's not fun. But I do like what they do with the level here, in that they kind of retread it based on the gravity that you're encountering. I love getting killed by giant explosive beach balls. Who's ready for summer, everybody? Huh? Ooh, that was close. Oh, that wasn't. So this is why they give you that life shroom. Because if you're anything like me, a big dummy, then you'll wind up needing the extra health. Also, for some reason, that spring platform makes Mario into a propeller. I don't really quite understand that. But, I mean, whatever. I'm not complaining. No, I don't think I need that bomb just yet. Maybe it's useful for something, but I know that we need one of these top men to please join me on my quest. Thank you. Yeah, so these top men, as per usual, when... Oh my goodness. This is just a... Oh my absolutely goodness. This is just an example of how not to do things. It's also kind of weird that the top things just kind of apparate from these weird black holes. I don't know if they're coming from like a different universe, and... Can we make this? Nope. See, and the thing here is, like, I'm pretty sure the game, like, really wants you to use these tops to get there, because you're not going to be able to finish this level topless. But there is the challenge of, oh my gosh, having to deal with the fact that they can't boot you off of the stage if you're not careful. That's fun, right? So I don't know if this is... Okay. Some more wall jumping for those of you who are inclined. And these are moving wall jumps, so you have to be careful and quick. You gotta get your boot scooting. So yeah, we're getting pretty close. I'm thinking that we're probably gonna wind up with an underwhelming amount of stars in this episode. I apologize for. We do have to do a little bit of puzzle solving right here with these Bullet Williams to unlock the various caverns we need, these things. We're trying to fill up this world with water because these weird beam things will act as platforms. So it's kind of a little bit of puzzle solving. It's a little bit of platforming. We love it. It's, you know, incredible. We can't move the camera, of course. Because why would you? Why would you want to move the camera when you could instead not move the camera and be able to see where you're going? It's just an added challenge for all of us elite pro gamers who don't need no camera, okay? I could do this with my eyes closed poorly. So yeah, we're doing great. Okay. Well, things are getting a little hectic here. I just would like to finish this, please. I can't really see what I'm doing. Oh boy. Please, please. Oh goodness. We made it, everybody. That was brutal, though. I wasn't thinking that we were going to make it out of this one alive. But we did. Got 3 stars in this episode. So we're just a little short. I thought the game said there was a Hungry Luma somewhere, so I'm going to look for it. It might just be right outside the dome. Probably around the backside. Or not. Okay, or maybe it was over there by the gate. I don't know. We'll check the gate real quick. There he is. All right. I don't remember how much this one needs. Hopefully it's less than the amount I have. Okay, so we have just enough. I would have probably been pretty perturbed if it was like, we need 1,300 star bits. Might have rage quitted. So we'll end the episode with some obesity. The booze boneyard. Oh boy. If this is what I think it is, I'm not going to do this. I think this is supposed to be a rematch of the... Yeah. Nope. We'll come back to that one, everybody. Because that level is a pain in my butt. And I do not have the patience for that at all. So, sorry for that, everybody. We will do that level eventually, but it is difficult enough that I'm not going to be able to squeeze it into the remainder of this video in a comfortable amount of time. I don't know if there are any straggler stars that we haven't done yet in these lower few domes. I feel like I completed all these. Oh, okay, well. Well, that Dusty Dune has a couple hidden stars. Let's wrap up with some Freeze Flame. Sorry for the about face, the misdirection on that one, but I know my limits, and I was not willing to compromise this episode just for that. So this apparently is a level based on defying everything we know about science. This game has been really scientifically accurate up until this point, so it's kind of disappointing that they would have so little, you know, shame to do such a thing. You know, like have a little self-respect as game designers, that if you're gonna, you know, claim to make the world's first scientifically accurate non-fiction Mario game, like, stick to your guns and stuff. Like, jeez, don't be such sellouts. But this will wrap up Freeze Flame. You did see that there was some stuff going on, kind of a little suspicious with Dusty Dunes. You bet that's coming up. One of those stars looked a little verde, so we'll see what that means. Okay. So this water is very cold and will hurt you if you stay in it too long, so you need to make sure that you're making a conscious effort to get the heck out of it. We're looking for a way to heat some stuff up. Okay. That's not cool. I think these might just be star bits, in which case I will be annoyed. Okay, great. So there's a life in here. Get a life, everybody. I feel like I've made that joke every time I possibly could for you guys, because I know how much you love it. All right. If I could... Excuse me. If I could just get up here. There is a power-up waiting for us soon. But in order to access it, we have to wait for the water to drop just enough that we can spin that turn wheel. You actually don't have to do anything beyond that. That's just our path forward. So we're going to continue to rotate around. Now this lava will continue to rise, so in the spots where it moves up, you don't want to step on it. Oh boy. Okay, so we just made that. That life shroom was a very welcome addition as we continue to get roasted by the hot lava here. We gotta break down this gate. Oh boy. Okay, okay. We're halfway there, and we are living on a prayer. So, I don't know... There are some... Oh, I wasn't even looking. Oh my goodness. I'm out of my gourd right now, you guys. So we needed to come back with the fire flower to light those 2 pedestals. That's what we were going for. Or, if you're me, and you think you're too good for it, self-preservation is optional. So we're going to try that again. So you want to get that fire flower. You want to come back. You want to light those 2 torches and be on your way. Now, I only have 3 lives here, so I will have to be careful with this lava. Only giving me a little bit of room, a little leg to stand on. It's getting a little toasty in here. You can start inching your way forward as the lava starts to dissipate, or just land on it twice. Whatever you're into, guys. Your playstyle is your playstyle. You know? Would have been super cool if that could have been... Oh. Oh, goodness. I'm embarrassing myself. This is when the fail compilation gets a lot of content for the masses. That'll be coming up before too long, I'm sure. Let's try to not make a complete fool of ourselves, because we've already wasted a lot of time. This episode's going to be a million minutes long. Probably should have just called it quits after the last star, but I am so persistent and stubborn. I can't have my fan base missing out on content. Alright, so we're going to try to do this the right way. We're going to move a little bit quicker as the lava recedes. Because that was what our problem was, is we did not make enough ground up. There we go. That's how you do it. See? We're not complete fools. Just most of the time. Now, the downside to this area is that those little spike ball guys that are rolling around are kind of hard to avoid, especially when your expectation of space is skewed by where you are. So we have to go pretty quick, actually. You can do a couple long jumps to get yourself back up here. But, you know, we're trying to get to those 2 torches. Should give us enough time. Thankfully. But hey, that's not it. That's not the end of the galaxy. There's still more to do. The game just absolutely does not care about your feelings. But hey, we get to use Freeze Mario, Frozen Mario, Ice, whatever you want to call him, Ice Mario, to traverse these platforms, which are broken up by some more lava. This is so much fun. Having a great time. I don't quite understand how the ice power could prevent you from, you know, why it's ice. I can understand if it was like turning into rocks, but I don't quite understand why it's little platforms of ice. But whatever, we got the star, enough complaining. Guys, we did it. Take a bow. That's gonna be the last star for today, guys. So we started off this episode pretty nice, and we're ending it decent. So thanks for joining me, everybody. We're gonna save real quick. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.